shit, but then like I do want more. Like even without talking to you, even without, you know what I'm saying, for those years, like I always wanted more, but I just never like wrapped my mind on how I want to get it. Cause I started to work, but I'm like, work is not going to be it. You feel me? I'm like, I got to give up too much of my time and too much of my energy, and it's not worth it. Like what they're paying me is not worth it.
Right.
So then I'm like, all right, let me do this. You feel me? And then I start using my brain and start using my finesse and shit. And I made like 20 racks just off of my brain. You feel me? Just doing iPhones and all that shit. And I was like, all right, I blew that. And I'm like, all right, what else can I do? So like I always try to reinvent and elevate myself, but it's to the point where like I'm so up that when I get down again, that's when I choose to do these things instead of just choosing to use that brain power and energy when I'm already up.
Right.
To make 20 turn into 4.
Right.
You feel me? So like it's one thing to look at it from your point of view and be like, I'm comfortable, which I'm telling you, I do feel comfortable, but I do wake up every day, and that's the point of reading my horoscopes and going through these motions, because I want to be better, and I want to I just need like the energy that you give me. I love, because it's like it's somebody else seeing the best in me that I'm really not seeing for myself.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just like I wanna create and do more, but it's just like I have to see more. And I feel like the part where you come in is like, you know what you've been through in life, but you have seen more now. You feel me? You have actually gotten over the mountain, and we're like, well, this is what's over the mountain. Like you can work and your work can pay off, but once you work to gather this amount, then you can use this amount to, you know what I'm saying? Elevate you to more things, like how you're doing the car shit with Tori and all that shit. That shit is motivating, bro. That shit's actually like nice to see, because it's just like, I know how we came from one car, borrowing a car, everything, to pulling up to your house, and you damn near got a car lot out there. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like that shit's hard, but it's just like, how do we fucking, like how you said, like if you become to a point now that you feel comfortable, because you like, damn, I done put my mom on, I put my sister on, I put myself on, I put other people in the position on, like, you know what I'm saying, like, damn, can I take a break now? Can I, you know what I'm saying, relax? But then you become complacent and you won't really reach your full potential, because it's just like your full potential on this earth, bro, is giving back to others and giving your energy that you have to others. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, I feel like that's the biggest key, that you can never stop and never settle, literally.
Right. Because that'll never be enough.
Right.
Ever.
And it's just like, you know what you bring to the world, not just people, like to the world.
Yeah.
You feel me? You can run, like you said, you can run into a motherfucker you never met before and have a conversation with them and just put them at a different level, or they can put you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can pick their brain, and you can get some shit from them, they can get some shit for you, but
it's like
you just know portal. What you mean.
Right.
And you said in the car earlier, it don't matter. You could have got anybody to do what I did today, but it's just the fact that you bring out that energy out of anybody you run into. So at that point, that's a unique skill set that a lot of people don't have.
Right. And that's why my dream is to be a coach. But I was also like, that was my initial surface thought. You just gave me a little goosebumps. But that was my that was my initial thought. But then it went further because to our selfish conversation, right? Because seemingly I'm selfish is when I'm trying to like Sonic charge. You know how he got to ball up, and then release to go to speed?
Right.
Like, I think that's the selfish part, when I'm balling up, I'm harnessing before I could harvest. And it's like, but even further than that is like, you know, also how we can't make people be, you know, who we believe they are, or how everybody has their own journey and stuff like that, right?
Right.
But here he goes. Lord. Oh my goodness. Even on the phone. Yo. Nah, but I think you kind of canceled it out. You kind of canceled my thoughts out, because I went to a black hole, but then you kind of canceled it out with the giving the energy, and that's unlimited amount. Because if I focus on just giving my energy, I will never worry about it transpiring into a certain type of thing, because I'm just giving to give. I'm not giving to receive. I'm just giving and hoping that better comes out of it. But I can't give and expect to see visual visual growth. I can't always expect that. Like with you, I'm seeing it slowly, so it like enlightens me. It makes me appreciate what I do because of even Aaron, like Aaron, remember I put that one day, I was like, reap what I sow, so I don't eat death. And then Aaron put that he was eating a veggie smoothie the other day. And then I had messaged him. I said, yes, sir. And he quoted my shit. He said, I'm trying to be on that I reap what I sow shit. And it's just like little shit like that. It just means so much to me. Cause it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Even if this motherfucker ain't changing their whole lives, they're taking steps in a direction that I believe is conducive. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So it's like, I think that's just the answer about there'll never be complacency if your goal is just to give, Yeah, period. Yeah, I appreciate that. You're right.
But what were you saying though when you called me? What were you saying though?
Because in my eyes, I was looking at like that people will always remain themselves. So it's like, what's the point of a leader at that point? Like, what's the point of my qualities if they won't reach to, the people that I wanted to reach to?
Okay, but see, that's where you gotta take a step back and understand that as a leader, you have to just put your best foot forward and hope that somebody follows.
It's the hope, exactly. It's the hope.
You feel me? Because like everybody can play with LeBron and practice with LeBron and see how he trains and want to do what he do, but some people can't do what he do.
Right.
You feel me? Just like with anything, like you could take the horse to the water, but you can't force it to drink. And that's one of the hardest quotes I ever heard in life, because it's just like some people you can help and you can help and you can help. But if they want to do what they want to do, that's on them as a human being. They have their own brain. They have their own 24 hours. They're going to do what they want to do. You feel me?
Yeah.
For Delonte West to be homeless and then a Mark Cuban come help him, and then that nigga still find his way to be homeless again. It's like, come on, bro. You don't want the help.
Yeah. So exactly.
You feel me? Like, I'm trying to help, but you don't want the help.
You went to the perfect.
When you're giving the help and the energy, and then you're seeing it reciprocated and the energy is actually being used in the right way, and you're seeing it like, okay, this is working. Like what I'm giving off is working. Like just like you put the music on my iPod. You feel me? Like all that shit paid off because it like came and shaped me and helped me be the person I am today.
Right. So you with that horse to the water thing, I elaborated on that one day, and I was like, and you just did too with the Delonte West, because it's like, what if you bring that horse to the water and that horse collapses in the water and ends up drowning?
But at the end of the day, that's like how we talked about with your mom.
Right, exactly.
You feel me? Like it shouldn't.
Bro, that's what I love, bro. Like the way that our dots, we connect them instantly. Like that is the magic that I appreciate from this. Is like any my thoughts, like when I lead up to the shit, you we're on the same journey. It's always that, and that's the part of the conversation that is just like so elevated to me.
I think it showed that we really like actually listen to each other. It's real deal conversation.
100, and that we both know absolutely how to apply concepts. Period.
Right. Like that part was hard. Yeah. Because it's one thing to have a different visual and a different outlook on something, but to understand the same concept,
right,
it's huge.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one.
That's for sure, bro. Appreciate that. I needed that 10-minute.
Yes, sir. Let me know when you get home, bro.
I just pulled up. I'm in the driveway. I just pulled up when I called you.
That's big.
All right. I'm about to go inside. Appreciate you, boy. Appreciate you today for the show, for real.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.